Michelle, thank you for inviting us in to the hospice. Tell me about Zoe's Place.
So, yeah, Zoe's Place is a fantastic place. What we do is specialise in babies and young children. What we really specialise in is respite care for our families. So what we provide is a break for families. So the majority of our children get around 2 nights per month to stay with us. And the families have all got children with complex care needs and life-limiting illnesses. So they're able to come here. Obviously, it's a process of trust. They get to know us. They get to know all the members of staff, and then the children stay for a couple of nights with us. And it gives the family a break. Yeah. Having a child with complex care needs can be quite exhausting. You know, it's 24 hours a day, basically 7 days a week. So this gives the family time to have a break, you know, do things that we all take for granted. So you often say to families, you know, what are you going to do on your break? And they say, you know, I'm going to have a bath, or I'm going to have a good night's sleep. You know, it is things that we all take for granted. So we also pride ourselves in looking after the whole family, because having a child with complex care needs not only affects the child, it is the whole family.
We've kindly agreed to give us a little tour. Should we go and have a look at some of the facilities, and you can talk us through what goes on here? So, you provide a lot of services.
We do.
In this space.
We do.
Talk to me about some of the specialist care, because that's why people come here. They come here for support, but also specialist care, because these children have specific needs.
They do, and we have. We pride ourselves in having. There's always a few nurses on site. This is the main area of the hospice. The kitchen area. We usually have around 2 qualified nurses on shift, but then we have healthcare assistants as well who are very qualified. They're all specially trained to look after each individual child. So the child has always got one-to-one care, you know, always got someone looking after them, which is what really reassures the families, really.
Well, let's have a little look at an area of the hospice that is the kids' favourite bit. And this is where, you know, the money goes. It's on the children and enhancing their day-to-day lives. So where are we now?
So this is the main area of the hospice. So, this is where all the fun happens. I think we've got Jude having a little book now. So he's having a little reading time. So Jude comes to us as well for some education hours as well.
Because you've built a school for him, because he's not well enough to go to school.
That's
so you've built a school out in the garden for him.
Yeah. So that was a little Santa's grotto a few years ago, and it wasn't being used. So Jude, because of the episodes he has, unfortunately, it wouldn't be safe for him to go to school. So we kind of had to think outside the box, because we didn't want him to miss out on his education, really. So he comes to us for a few education hours, and our play specialist is also a trained teacher, so we do a lot of sensory activities with him, and he's really come on loads since he started.
I was going to say, what kind of difference does that make to his little life, just to be able to have that sense of normality at a school day or a school couple of hours? Yeah,
and his family are so grateful. His mum got a little school uniform made for him and everything, so it's just amazing to be able to provide them kind of facilities for the families.
Lana, it's so lovely to meet you and baby Rain, nearly 2. When did you first discover Zoe's Place? Why did you need to come here?
A physiotherapist actually recommended Zoe's Place to us. She could see I had my hands full at home, so she wanted me to come in just to get to know the feels of the place and to take a little bit off my shoulders on its own.
When you talk about the load on your shoulders, tell me about that load. Tell me about baby Rain, who's just waken up.
Yeah.
Right on cue.
No. I've got 2 other children as well, so at home it is quite busy because they're all under 5. And then Rain's everyday needs are a lot in itself. She has epilepsy. She could develop scoliosis, so there's a lot of keeping on top of that. She's got involuntary movements, so a lot of the time when she's hitting herself in the face, she's not very happy. And then her feeding's been up and down, and she can catch anything, really. She's got a really low immune system on top of that. And every day is our little battle because her expectancy, her life expectancy, is up to the age of 5.
So what does a place like this, Zoe's place, mean to you and your family?
It's like a community in itself. It's like a home away from home. At first, you're very sceptic of someone looking after your little girl, especially when they've got so many needs, because you begin to think, right, it's up to me now to keep them going. But when you walk through Zoe's place doors, they're smiley, they're welcoming, and they don't treat you as if, whoa, we've got all this to do for a little girl. They know what to do, they're experienced. So when we walk in, the first thing we're offered is just love. And then we've got so much support on respite. Some parents, when we come in, we feel like we've dropped the kids off and our energy is so low. We've lack of sleep. We're not the cleanest because we've been around the clock looking after them, that we forget about ourselves. So then when we collect them, even just a day after, after a full night's sleep and nice bath, we can parent better. We can live better. We're in the moment more instead of just trying to get through the day.
Well, Lana, thank you so much for speaking to us. Rain is waking up again right on cue.
Hi. You say hi?
Hello.
Hiya, Baba.
You're in your favourite place.
Yeah.
And what will she do here today? Lana, what would a typical day look like?
Oh, she'll probably go
Rainy.
play in the sensory room. I am going to alert you. She is having a seizure.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Okay. I'm just going to put her in recovery for you on the floor.
So, what is the sort of prognosis for the coming months and years in terms of what you will have to deal with day to day? Because obviously you took that seizure in your stride.
Yeah.
You're used to it.
She'll get worse. Her seizures will get worse. That'll be what eventually it'll probably take her. Or she'll get pneumonia. She won't be able to fight it off. And that'll be what takes her from us. But we do have some little Fox G1 children out there who have lived past the age of 5.
Yeah.
And they're still dealing with their seizures every day, still getting sick.
Graham, you and Claire went through IVF to get Evie. It was a 5-year journey.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Evie's diagnosis and what that did to you as a family.
It was just daunting, wasn't it? It was kind of, we still don't know now because it's that rare, and it's been one of them, hasn't it? It's been a bit of a roller coaster, but we've kind of just got to deal with it, haven't we? And take every day.
as it comes.
Yeah. Where are you going?
And that's what the parents here at Zoe's place do, right? Every day as it comes.
Yeah.
You just get on with it, you deal with it.
Different.
Talk to me about how Zoe's place makes a difference to your life, Claire, because you've actually called it a lifeline.
It is a lifeline. Originally, when we got offered it, we were like, no, we don't need it, we're fine, we'll just plod on, we can cope. But then we got shown here. As soon as we went in, it just felt like a family, and Evie absolutely loved it, and that's all that matters to us. And so we just decided that it was the right place, and when she is here, it means that we can either have a day or a night without Evie, and we know that she's cared for and well looked after, and she absolutely loves the activities that they provide here.
Day to day, what are Evie's needs? Can you give us a snapshot of what you as parents have to deal with, and you know how Zoe's place helped? Because just before we started talking, Evie was a little bit unwell, and you took it in your stride. You said, "Oh, this happens 3-4 times a day," but Evie.
It's a regular occurrence,
It's a
isn't
regular
it?
thing, so as soon as she gets up in the morning, you've got to make sure that if she needs a neb, you give her a nebulizer machine. You need to make sure she's got rid of the rubbish off her chest first thing in the morning, otherwise she'll bring her meds back. Then you give her loads of meds, then you give her a milk. Then you can't really put her down because then she'll get rid of her milk and meds. And then obviously because she's wriggly right now, but she can't
She's
move.
keen to show off her hoodie. That's what it is. Her Zoe's place hoodie. She's very proud.
She is proud of
Wave
it.
the flag for the hospice.
Indeed, yeah. But she's just She just needs everything doing for herself. She can't do anything for herself. It's 24/7 care. You can't really leave her on her own. You need eyes on her at all times. Even at home, we've got cameras on her to make sure that we've not missed a seizure or missed any little attack or anything. It's just an appointments galore. It's just full on.
Yeah.
Evie's been doing her bit, which I'm very impressed by. Evie, top fundraiser for Zoe's Place. Tell me a little about what she's been doing, because I've had a look at the photos and it's put the fun into fundraising.
Yeah.
She's a trooper. Graham has adapted her little Land Rover Discovery car.
Which is bright pink.
It is bright pink, and it's got a personalised little number plate on the front. So that's been adapted, and whenever she can, she's doing laps around our holiday caravan park in North Wales. At the moment, she's up to 98 laps currently, and we're going to do more. We've done different fundraising events, and we've just got various people involved. We've got a local coffee shop involved. They've been stitching little wind spinners, and we've decorated the park.
Little bears as well.
Little bears for
haven't they?
Zoe's, yeah. We've just anything we can. We're just throwing ourselves into it, and we're focusing on it and doing everything we can.
I think the national picture was something like £130 million is needed for hospices. And around 25 million of that comes from government funding. The rest is from charity shops, fundraising events for places like Zoe's Place.
Yeah.
There has been an incredible outpouring of support from the Liverpool area, from the local community and further afield. Talk to me about what's happened over the last few weeks, because it's been incredible.
It really has. Yeah, it's astonishing. You know, I knew that Liverpool, you know, we always pull together. We always do. It's you know, it's like no other city in the world. I don't think. I'm very proud to be from Liverpool.